Here we go. So we are now actually doing a driving home review. Oh, look at the moon and that star. I wonder if I can switch the camera. You can see.
No.
Yeah, I think so. That's the moon and the stars next to it, which now just smeared in the grubby windscreen. Oh bollocks! So we have now been to see Renfield, which is, I mean, it's just stupid. There's no other words about it. It's just ridiculous, but great. Nicolas Cage, just Panto Dracula mode.
Yeah.
And hilarious. I loved it. I mean, the whole thing's. If you watch the trailer, that's very accurate for the style of the film. And it's not going to deliver anything you're not expecting based on said trailer. I can tell you what. You think only about an hour and a half? I think the running time was about 90 minutes. Now, after credits does tell you there's mid and end credits. There aren't. It's just the style. There's a style of credits. It's not worth sticking around for, especially if, like us, it's fucking nearly 11 o'clock on a Sunday night and you've got work in the morning with an hour's drive home still. But just the whole thing was just really funny. I mean, I giggled a lot throughout.
And we should put that intentionally funny.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's not. Oh dear, we're laughing at this movie. No, we were laughing with the movie. And yeah, it's hard to, because there's not like big plot to talk about beyond the trailer, which is Renfield is still Dracula's servant, and it is these days. There is the whole I didn't really realise it was going to be a whole mob story wrapped into it, which was your favourite actress. Sure, that's the bit I can remember Emily's first name for the life of me. That digital screen's got a bit wrong. So I didn't realise that was a whole plot line about the mafia and police corruption in New Orleans and blah 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 blah. But it wasn't a big deal. But it was just so much fun and just silly and a romp and leave your brain at the door.
Yes.
I was tickled by it. It's very gory. If any kind of blood freaks you out, well, probably with anything with Dracula, and isn't going to be your best friend anyway. But certainly this.
Yeah. So what are you doing watching a vampire movie?
I know. Yeah. A bit squeamish. Yeah. Do not watch a vampire movie. The first thing it's always going to be in a vampire movie is blood. I'm
arachnophobic. Oh, have I got the movie for you?
Well, weirdly, I did go and see Arachnophobia 4 times before I got to the end because I kept fainting, but that's a different thing. And so the moon, that is okay. Try it. That's the moon and the star that I was talking about. Sorry, sidetrack.
We interrupt this movie review to bring you the sky at night, apparently.
It's really impressive. That is a hella bright star and a really bright crescent moon. I mean, it's not a star, is it? It's clearly a planet. I don't know which one right now.
Yeah. And clearly, something for our older viewers there with that sky
Patrick Moore reference, yeah. Older British viewers. But I think of our, did we say we've got 8 viewers now? I think they're probably all the right generation to get the Sky at Night reference. Shell is, Helen is, So,
Paul probably is.
Yeah. Actually, Alex, who I work with, she's too young. Alex is too young. You won't have got that. You'll have to Google it, or ask me when we're at work. But yeah, we just had a lot of fun. Lot of fun. It was, I mean, there was like 4 other people in the screen. There was a group of 3, and there was one guy on his own who weirdly left about 3/4 of the way through. I kind of got the impression he was a staff member who'd finished work and had to wait for a bus or something, or a lift. And I think one of the people in the other party was way up on the spectrum because they kept sort of talking quite loud at really inappropriate moments. But I just got the feeling that it was special needs as opposed to just.
Or they were just a very obvious third wheel and trying to feel included in the group.
Maybe. So yeah, but yeah, Renfield. If you can stick with blood and you're okay with that, it is a horror comedy, a horror-y, comera. What's that? What is that?
I think it is just horror comedy.
That'll do.
I don't think they've portmanteaued it yet.
No, thank God for that. You'll have a lot of fun. You just will have lots of fun. Anything to add?
You've covered literally everything.
I've covered
It's
everything.
one of those films where
There's just not loads to say about it. It's just fun.
you just have to see it. It's enjoyable. It's brain off at the door.
Very well written.
Yeah, just appreciate
The humour's quite
performances.
dry, I think. And yeah, just it's kind of like a not cheesy. I mean, like the same style as like the original Lethal Weapons were for their time,
I think,
but a horror.
I would possibly say, if you're a fan of, let me get this right. If Matt watches this, he'd be able to confirm it. I think it's What We Are in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows.
It's something along those lines.
Yeah, there is a What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes, but I can't remember the exact bit. It's What We Something in the Shadows. This is very much in that vein. So I think if you enjoy that sort of thing, you will love Renfield.
So there you are.